What's up guys, Brett Medlock here. Today I wanted to talk about Pokemon 2019 Generation 8. We know it is coming, but what will it be like? What kind of Pokemon are we going to see? And when is it going to release? All these are questions that just might be answered in the next week. There are rumors swirling all around the web that it's going to be called Pokemon King and Queen, and that it's going to be announced at a Direct this Tuesday. And I typically don't believe a lot of stuff I see around the web. However, there is one Twitter user who just so happened to predict every single thing that was going to happen in the last Direct just a few weeks ago. And I mean just about everything. I don't know who this person is, if it's a he or a she, or if they work at Nintendo, or if they know somebody who works at Nintendo. But if you look at the list that they gave us before the Direct, you might be really impressed like I am. They knew somehow that Box Boy was going to show up during the Direct. There are some games that would be absolutely obvious. However, a random game like Box Boy, how would they guess that? Unless they had some type of insider information, I don't think that's a possibility. And not only that, but they said Platinum Games was going to have a game there. And I find that pretty crazy because they didn't say Bayonetta 3, they just said Platinum Games, which would of course lead to Astral Chain, the reveal of that game. Those two things specifically are what got me thinking, wow, this person just might be legit. Now what will this game look like? Well, I have a few things that I would love for the game to be like. One of those things is full-blown third person. Now we know some Pokemon games do this a little bit, like the X and Y games. If you're in the city, the camera does go down more behind the back. However, it wasn't really detailed on the 3DS hardware, where with the Switch, things could look really great, and I would love to see them dive into that more. I want to walk into a forest and hear the Pokemon in the trees, see the Mankeys swinging through the vines. I think that would be so impressive. Now, will they do this? Probably not. They'll probably take the easier route because they know, despite what the game looks like, people are going to buy it. I mean, Pokemon Let's Go did really well, and that game deviated a lot from the mainline installments, and it honestly looked pretty similar to the 3DS games. But with this one, we know it's been in development for quite some time now, so I'm hoping they surprise us with something big. I would also love to see the return of special abilities. I was surprised they got rid of these in Let's Go, because it made the gameplay just overall more simple and easier, and with Generation 8, I'm really hoping they bring them back because it just makes things more competitive, it makes you think more, and overall more fun in my opinion. While I wasn't super into the Pokemon Let's Go games, there are a few things that I would love to see make a return in Generation 8. One of those things is wild Pokemon that are not randomly generated. I love being able to see the Pokemon in the environments, hoping they don't bring back random encounters. I think that seeing Pokemon in the environments was a huge step forward for the series, so I'd hate to see them backtrack and give us something from the older games. The Pokemon Let's Go games also had some pretty cool features with Pokemon Go, and it would be kinda cool to see that implemented in Generation 8 as well. But for the love of God, Nintendo, please just let me use a normal controller to play this game. I don't like the half controller thing. Why was that ever a thing? You could play it completely normal on the gamepad, but for some reason when you played it on your TV, you were limited to using basically half a controller for playing the game, and that really annoyed me. I didn't think it was comfortable at all, and I just wanted to use my Pro Controller and normal buttons with no motion controls or none of that. So please, Nintendo, give us a traditional gaming experience. The last thing I wanted to go over that I would love from Generation 8 is story and cutscenes. I think they should be more prominent in the game. Because of the anime, we know that it's possible to have really emotional moments in Pokemon, and I would love to see that in one of the games. Or hell, maybe just cutscenes to let us get to know the characters more, or to get us from point A to point B. I think having that would make it feel like a more full package, and once again, a big step forward for the series. I'm honestly surprised we haven't seen anime cutscenes in Pokemon. They work really well in Persona, which I love that series, and I would love to have them in Pokemon as well. Not to mention some relationships with some characters. I think that'd be really cool as well. Nothing freaky or anything, just like normal friendly relationships. Maybe have some dialogue options, some choices you can make. I think that would be really cool in the Pokemon universe. But be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments section below. What kind of stuff would you like to see from Pokemon Generation 8? Because those are the things that I personally would like to see, and I'm sure you think a lot differently, and I'd love to talk about it, so let's chat down in the comments. I'll talk to you guys later.